friends. My name is Karen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Central New Jersey, and we're going to make a fun fold card today. I'm I'm using all online exclusives. I'm using the Charming Day stamp set and dies, and then the Words of Beauty stamp set and dies, along with the beautiful patterns embossing folder. So we're going to get started. I am going to start with my card base, which is 5.5 by 7.25. The measurements will be on my blog at creativestampindesigns.com. I scored it at 1.5 and 3, and I'm going to fold this. Oh, I forgot to get my bone folder out. I'm going to make a mountain and a valley fold. So that's the mountain. Here is the valley. So this is the back of the card base. And then I have 3 panels of basic white, which are 1.5 by 7.25, and they are scored. Hang on. Like I said, I'll have everything on my blog tomorrow. Everything will be on my blog. 4.25 and 5.75. So again, I'm going to fold it into a mountain fold and valley fold. All 3 of them are going to be folded the same. All right, just like that. There we go. All right, so now I'm just going to open them up again. And I have DSP that I'm going to put on these. I use the Floral Charm DSP. And because I'm doing the big flower, I was going to use this side, but because I'm doing the big flower, I didn't want it to be too busy. So we're just going to adhere these, and I have a feeling I'm going to run out of liquid glue. Actually, there is a pattern to these, so I do have them in order. So I'm just going to adhere them on. Just like this design we made at our retreat in October. One of my team members, Susan, had this design, and we made a Christmas card with it. And I did post a picture of the Christmas card, but I did not post any directions or measurements or anything at the time. And I'm making a birthday card today. Okay. And then I have 3 more pieces of the Night of Navy. I'm just going to make sure these are all going the same way. Oops. I think I might have to get another glue. Okay, come on, this one's full. There we go. And I just want to, yep. So I just want to remind everybody right now, we've got the Black Friday sale going on. So you get up to 40% off. And during the Black Friday sale, I am offering double rewards. So my rewards work that for every order of $50 or more, when I have double rewards, you'll get 2 rewards. Normally you get 1, but you'll get 2. It's increments of $50 that you'll get that. Oops, I'm putting that one on. But I had it the right way the first time. Okay, well, we're going to hope it's going the right way. This one here isn't like the other side, that it's really a pattern. You could tell the difference. This is very subtle. And then I have Timid Tiger panels, same thing. I'm going to put those down the center. Anyway, for each increment of $50, you get 2 rewards. And once you hit 8 rewards, you earn a little shopping spree, a $40 shopping spree from me. And you get to pick whatever you want. I order it, have it shipped out to you. So I have that going on until December 1st, which is the when the Black Friday sale ends. So it goes until Monday, and then starting Monday, the Paper Pumpkin, they're having a cyber sale, Cyber Month or Cyber sale. I don't think it's Cyber Monday. The Paper Pumpkin is on sale, and if you get a subscription, there's really a big savings with that. It's well worth it. If you are a current Paper Pumpkin customer, you can suspend the subscription you have and purchase the new one. And you can either you can suspend it permanently, or you could just suspend it until this subscription would be over. Okay, so I'm going to adhere these to the card base. So we're going to adhere the first one, and I'm thinking I might going to use liquid glue. But I only want to use a little bit here, because you only want to put it in a little square. Put this right at the top, like that. I'm going flush with the edge. Then I'm going to put the bottom one on, and then I'll put the center one on. It'll be easier to do it that way. We also, if anybody's interested in joining, right now when you join, you can purchase the pre-order items that are going to be available with the January to April mini catalog. So that's always a lot of fun. Okay, so I have those, and now I'm going to do the ends, and all I'm going to do is just the small piece, because you want it to be able to fold. And again, I'm keeping it right. They fit perfectly right to the edges. They're all, like I said, they're all 7 1/4 inches. Just these are only 1.5 inches each. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Okay, so there you go. That's all to it. That's your basic card base. Now I'm going to take a panel of basic white, and I'm going to emboss it with the beautiful pattern embossing folder. And what I'm doing is I'm just lining up the bottom line with the edge of the paper, and that's just so it's straight in there. I'll be right back. And it's just a very subtle background, just to give it a little texture. I'm going to adhere this with a little bit of liquid glue. I'm just going to adhere that to a Timid Tiger mat. Just like that. And then this is going to go on the card front, right like that. So I actually think I'm going to use tear and tape for this, just on the top and bottom. Oops. A dimensional piece. Okay, guess I'm getting a new roll of tear and tape too. So what you can do is just set it on. I just want it to hold. I'm going to give it a little trim. Got a piece on the top and on the bottom. And then I'm going to put a piece right in the middle. I just figured the tear and tape, there's no drying time. Okay, and I'm just going to center this now the best that I can. Just like that. Okay. Now I have a panel of basic white that I'm going to stamp the floral image with. I'm going to stamp that in Tuxedo Black. And my Tuxedo Black is actually I put a sticker on it. It's your craft white pad, and then I used Memento ink and inked it up with that instead of inking it up with the craft white. It just gives it, I think, a little bit sharper image. One of my team members had done this, and I really like the way the image comes out. It's nice and sharp. Then I have my blends, and I'm just giving it a second to dry. Which the Memento ink dries pretty quick. And I'm just going to color my leaves with Old Olive. And I'm kind of just throwing color on. I'm going to use my light Old Olive just to blend the dark. Some people do the light first and then go over it with the dark and then go over it again with the light. I just kind of go over the lines I want a little shaded. and then I blend it with my light. There's everybody colors their own way. This just seems to work for me. I'm not real good at shading. It's not my thing. I have a team member who actually took a class with coloring with alcohol markers, and she is amazing the way she colors. So I'm going to get started with my Christmas decorating today. I undecorated yesterday while food was cooking. I take everything down in my house and everything in all my cabinets. I take pictures down, pillows get packed away, and I bring everything turns into Christmas. I just feel like I should have started last week because we got another short span between Thanksgiving and Christmas again. And I usually like to wait till after Thanksgiving, but I lost track of time or else I would have. Right, and then I'm going to color this small rose or whatever kind of flower it is. I'm going to go over it with, I'm going to have a blue rose. I'm just using my Night of Navy. I'm just going to kind of outline a little bit. I'll go over it with the light Night of Navy. So it is going to be a little bit on the darker side, but I said I wanted a blue rose, blue flower. And then I'm going to color the other one with my Timid Tiger. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my color lifter and just lighten it up a little bit. All right, and then I'm gonna, with this one, I'm gonna go over some with Timid Tiger, outline it, but then I'm gonna go over with Petal Pink. And again, if the Timid Tiger is too dark, I will lighten it up with the color lifter. Over here, I'm just going in between with the petals so you can see, just to give it a little bit of depth, little definition. But I'm going to go over and try to blend that Timid Tiger in so it's not so harsh. I did do a little bit of die cutting ahead of time with a couple things, but I do have to die cut this piece. That actually lightened it up perfectly. So I'm going to let it go the way it is. I am going to die cut it with the Charming Day die. And I am a crooked die cutter. And no matter how I try, so I always have my Post-it note tape handy just to hold it in place. And I'll be right back. Okay. All right, and then I did die cut some extra leaves. So I'm going to adhere this right to the bottom here, and I'm going to just put a couple, if I can get them. There we go. All my Stampin' Dimensionals. I have all little pieces here. Might as well use them up. I'm going to put a couple Stampin' Dimensionals in the middle, and then, whoops, I'll show you how I get the others. I'm actually going to start with just one. I'm going to put the one right in the middle, and I'm going to adhere it right like that. I don't want to go over the edge. So adhere it right like that. Then I'm going to take these, and I'm going to get a glue dot. Oops. And we're going to kind of tuck these underneath. Actually, this one I'm going to put one on the leaf, and then I'll put one on the stem. Oops. I'm just going to tuck it just like, whoop, there we go, right underneath. I am going to go around after I have these in, because I didn't know where I was going to put them. That's why I only put the one dimensional in the center, because then I can always add dimensionals. I can always go in and add. I sneak them underneath. I'll show you how I do that. Put this one right about there. And then we got one more. And I'm going to just kind of put that one right like that. And once I have everything where I want it, I take the dimensionals and I kind of just go underneath randomly and put a few extra in. But I wanted to wait until I had my the leaves in, so I knew where to put them, and then they also will hold. Whoops! Oh, lost that one. They'll hold the leaves in place because I'm putting them on top of the leaves also. And we'll put the last one. We'll go just a sticky side. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is go underneath and pull them off and just flatten it out. Just put them down on it and everything will stay in place. I'm going to stick one more. I got one more dimensional in there inside just to give it a little bit. There we go. Got a couple dimensional. One dimensional piece right there that won't. There we go. All right, and then so I pre-cut those, and then I did pre-cut this part of the sentiment. I am going to stamp this part, and I'm going to stamp, oh, another dimensional, where that one came from. I'm going to stamp this part of the sentiment in Night of Navy, and it's just because. And I am going to die cut that with this die that's part of the Words of Beauty. So I'm just going to, I'll be right back. Got my Post-it note because we know it's going to move. Make sure that's as straight as I can get it. Even with the Post-it note tape, it moves on me. All right. Now, sometimes the Post-it note tape does leave it a little sticky. All right. So I did attach the dot for the top of the J because I was afraid I was going to lose it. But I put an adhesive sheet on the back, just makes it a little bit easier for these thin detailed sentiments. So I had cut that piece out of Night of Navy, and this I actually cut out of the panel of DSP. All right, and then we're going to pop this up with the dimensionals again. And I do use the half dimensionals because then I don't feel guilty if I use a lot of them. Right like that. And then we'll pop this one up too. Okay, looks good right about there. And I know I have them here somewhere. Okay, I have the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. And I think think I'm just going to put some of the few of the petal pink ones around. And I'm going to put a couple extra, only because I want to. And we'll put a large one right there, just to give it a little extra bling. All right, and then we have a panel of, oops, here we go, basic white, because we're going to put where you can write on the back. Have a panel of basic white. And hope that we can get this nice and straight. I'm going to put You've Been on My Mind. And then I think I'm going to, stamp it all with Night of Navy. I was going to stamp it in Timid Tiger, but. And this is the sentiment from Charming Day. And it's kind of hard to get this one straight because it's not straight, but it's forgiving. Yep. So paper has two sides for a reason. For when I smudge it like I just did. Ooh, almost did that one upside down. Try this again, see if I can do it without smudging it this time. There we go, much better. And then I'm going to stamp the small flower on the bottom with my Tuxedo Black. Put that one right down here. Color that in real quick. So I know a lot of the things on the Black Friday sale are going quick. I didn't get my order in quick enough. I was ordering new blades for my trimmer, and I was going to get more white cardstock, and it was all gone already. So there are a lot of blends, which I still have not had a chance to go through my blends to see which ones I need. I figured I can try to get another order in for the blends at least. There we go. And then we're going to do this one with, we'll do the center with the Timid Tiger, and then just, again, we'll just do in between. And bring the petal pink to lighten the Timid Tiger. So if you have any questions at all about the sale or the paper pumpkin sale for Cyber Monday, if you have any questions, if you get the 12-month subscription, it's a $80 savings, which is really pretty good. All right. Timid Tiger matte. this. Some people love liquid glue, some hate it. I've learned how to do a very, very light-handed line. Just put this right on the back like that. And there you go. Now you can do other things. You can even put little, like a sentiment in here if you want. All right. And then, of course, we never have a naked envelope. I have a piece for the envelope flap. I'm having trouble with this glue. It's a brand new. Must be clogged a little bit. That's why I'm being really cautious, because I'm afraid if it is clogged, it's going to all of a sudden let loose on me. I left just a tiny edge on the top because this is a thick card. Before I get that ink on something. And then I already stamped the flower on the inside. So there you go. Quick fun fold. It's a lot easier than it. I mean, it looks like it's really involved, but it's not. It's just those 3 panels that I'll trim that up a little bit above. I guess I didn't push it down enough. But that's my fun fold for today. Whoops, out of the camera, sorry. And then you have your sentiment on the back. You can write whatever on the back. If you really feel like putting any, you can always put DSP in there too if you want to. I just left it plain. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm going to hope to be able to go live next Thursday. I did not go live yesterday because of the holiday, but I'm going to hope to go live next Thursday and have another fun fold for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at creativestampindesigns@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to help you. If you're interested in getting the new online exclusives and products from the mini January to April 2026 mini catalog, if you want to get them early, contact me. I could talk to you about signing you up. If you are a customer of mine, your catalog is in the mail. If you're not a customer and you'd like to be, you want a copy of the catalog, all you have to do is place an order at my online store. There's a link at creativestampindesigns.com. There's a link to shop. And once you place an order, you'll be on my list to get a catalog, and I will ship it out to you right away. Great. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.